This is KVUE News at 6.
Coming home to Williamson County, but not going home just yet. The move to bring Greg Kelly back to town.
Austin gets ready to go to court over Texas's new sanctuary city law. What city leaders are saying.
Trisodium phosphate. And it's not way down here with the vitamins. It's way up here.
And we verify viral posts warning parents about what's in their kids' cereal. Good evening. I'm Terry Gruca in for Quita tonight.
And I'm Mike Rush. New tonight in our continuing coverage of Greg Kelly's conviction called into question. Kelly may soon be on the move.
He's in his third year of a 25-year sentence at the Wynn Unit, a state prison in Huntsville, but in the coming days could be headed back to the Williamson County Jail in Georgetown.
KVUE defender and Austin American-Statesman reporter Tony Plohetsky broke this story at around noon today. Tony, what's behind this move?
So Mike and Terry, one big reason for the move is so that Greg Kelly can be closer to his defense attorneys as they prepare for a major court hearing where Kelly is seeking to have his conviction overturned. The court order signed today by Judge Donna King requires the state to immediately release Kelly into the custody of the Williamson County Sheriff's Office. We learned a little bit more today about that process. It will not happen today or this weekend, I'm told, but when it does happen, it will be under strict security, and we likely won't know when it will happen. Often these kinds of transports are done in the overnight hours. Once Kelly is back in Central Texas, he will remain behind bars unless a judge and District Attorney Sean Dick decide that he can be released on bond. But the DA has said that would be premature, at least for now, to release Kelly on bond while the investigation into an alternate suspect, Jonathan McCarty, continues. The district attorney added, though, that he could change his mind based on any additional information he receives. But Kelly supporters definitely see this transfer as Kelly getting one step closer to home and possible release. Mike?
All right, thanks, Tony. Well, let's take you back through some of this case. A jury convicted Kelly in 2014 of super aggravated sexual assault of a child. The victim, a 4-year-old boy, was in an at-home daycare where Kelly was living at the time. He named Kelly as his abuser. After his conviction, Kelly entered a sentencing agreement for 25 years in order to avoid a possible life sentence. Now investigators are looking into this man, Jonathan McCarty. He was Kelly's best friend, the son of the daycare owner. Police never questioned him during the initial investigation. Kelly's defense presented new information, evidence that led to McCarty being considered an alternative suspect in this case. He's in jail on an unrelated drug charge right now.
The city of Austin is joining the legal fight against Senate Bill 4. That's the newly passed law requiring all Texas law enforcement to honor ICE detainers. KVUE political reporter Ashley Godot is live at the Capitol. Ashley, the city filed this lawsuit today.
Yeah, Terry, and what the city filed asked a federal judge to add Austin to the lawsuit filed yesterday by the city of San Antonio and 4 other parties. It also asked the judge to declare SB 4 unconstitutional. Mayor Steve Adler told reporters today the overall basis of this lawsuit is to protect public safety. Numerous police chiefs from across Texas say SB 4 will harm the relationships they've established with immigrant communities. City leaders say even before lawmakers passed the bill, the number of sex crimes reported in Austin and Houston decreased as a result. And Mayor Steve Adler explained there are other issues with SB 4, starting with the impact he says it has on free speech.
This law provides that an elected official, such as myself, could be removed for office for endorsing a policy that is contrary to Senate Bill 4. Lest there be any question, I am today endorsing a policy different than that set out in Senate Bill 4.
Not only can officials be removed from office, but also face criminal charges. Another claim in Austin's lawsuit is Senate Bill 4 violates the supremacy clause of the Constitution. The U.S. government has exclusive authority over immigration, not cities. Being in the U.S. undocumented is a civil, not criminal charge, and Austin police can't arrest someone for a civil infraction. SB 4 goes into effect September 1st. The cities and organizations suing the state are asking for a ruling before the law goes into effect. Live at the Capitol, Ashley Goodo, KVUE News.
Thanks, Ashley. High school graduations continue tonight across the area to close out the school year.
And one of the ceremonies meant a little bit more to Austin police today. Several officers on hand to watch Maddie Abdul-Khalik walk across the stage at McNeil High School's graduation. He is the son of fallen APD officer Amir Abdul-Khalik, who was killed last year while accompanying a funeral procession on his police motorcycle. Congratulations to Maddie and all the graduates. Nice to see that show of support for sure. So now that school's out, a lot of people looking ahead to summer and wanting more summer-like weather. Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon has a look at what we're tracking. Good weekend ahead, it sounds like.
Yeah, near 90 for afternoon highs, even hotter with the heat index. So good pool weather as we kick off that first weekend of summer. And speaking of high school graduation, most ceremonies, if they're outdoors across the area, either today or tomorrow, will be rain-free. But there's a couple of showers developing right now in max storm Doppler radar. We've got temperatures ranging from mid-80s in the hill country to 90 in Austin. There's a little spotty activity way out west, a dying shower north of Creedmoor here in southern areas of Travis County. And I'm going to keep an eye on this thunderstorm activity not far from San Antonio that's lifting up towards the north. Some on and off showers possible this evening and overnight. The rain chance tonight at 30%, also 30% for tomorrow. Now that rain chance gets a little bit higher for the end of the weekend and as we kick off next Work Quick. Much more on that coming up.
Thanks, Albert. The CEO of Pedernales Electric Co-op, the nation's largest electric distribution cooperative serving much of the Texas Hill Country, is stepping down. The PEC board and CEO John Hua made a joint statement announcing Hua's resignation. KVUE reported last month about turmoil within the co-op stemming from a racially charged Facebook post a board member made last year. Hua claimed employees who voiced their opinion about that post were targeted with retaliation. A Facebook post from the Travis Audubon Society is getting a lot of attention tonight. It says Austin energy workers are using poles to knock down monk parakeet nests. Austin Energy tells us, yep, that's exactly what they're doing. KVUE's Chrissy Millward is in the newsroom. And Chrissy, you talked to the people on both sides of this issue today.
Mike, I did. Both Austin Energy and the Travis Audubon Society say they want to protect the birds, but realize some of the nests need to come down. They say they're willing to look for a new solution to the problem. A quiet sound. Birds nesting in a tree, but it's when they create their home here on power lines that it creates a big buzz.
We were shocked when we discovered this.
Jordan Price with the Travis Audubon Society says they wrote a post on Facebook describing what a caller said was happening.
This person reported that Austin Energy staff were going around late at night and knocking down monk parakeet nests.
A practice they don't agree with.
We think it's terrible.
This is actually a transmission structure, and up at the top, on that top arm, you'll see a nest.
Elena Ball, the chief operating officer for Austin Energy, says those nests can be dangerous.
These large nests, which are made of sticks, combustible material, if there's arcing and they catch on fire and fall to the ground, they become a real public safety issue.
Right now, she says they remove about a handful a year, but says they still see between 5 to 10 fires on the poles each year caused by the nests. According to Ball, they only focus on clearing the nests from the primary or higher voltage lines because they also worry about a potential power outage for thousands of customers.
When we do remove them, our crews will only be working on nests that are up in the energized space. And so it's not safe for our crews to reach in and grab those nests.
We're looking for volunteers to drive around late at night, monitoring Austin Energy staff, taking pictures, seeing what they're doing.
Price says they want the workers to avoid moving the nests during breeding season, April through June, when baby birds could be in the nest. But Ball says that's not exactly possible.
We're not going to go remove nests unless there's an imminent safety or electrical hazard that could compromise human life, quite honestly.
But Price still worries what that means for the birds. Austin Energy says the two groups have been in talks over the past weeks. They both tell me they want to work together and are open to trying to find a new process to remove the nests that will work for both of them. Live in the newsroom, Christy Millward, KVUE News.